Hello friends, today we are going to install Kubernetes cluster in very simple way. You do not need to remember anything regarding Kubernetes, uh, what you have to install, what you have to enable. These 6-7 steps need to follow to complete your Kubernetes cluster setup. So before we going to do that, I'm using Ubuntu boxes to perform the cluster setup. So let's go step by step to install cluster. First, we have to enable IP forwarding on all machines, install Docker on all machines, install kubeadm, kubectl, and kubectl on all machines, configuring master node, configuring overlay network, which is third party, weavenet, and joining the cluster and check the cluster status. So, so where we have to go for that? So, do I need to remember the commands? No. You just go to kubernetes.io website that Kubernetes have provided that support here. Go to the documentation page, click on kubeadm install. So the first page will be installing kubeadm. Click on that. See, before you begin, you have to use these machines. I'm using Ubuntu. If you have CentOS or the RHEL, you can go with that. I'm using Ubuntu, so that's the reason I'm looking for Ubuntu 6.04. So how to enable IP forwarding? Here the step. It will be the same for all Linux boxes. So you just copy it, go to your machine, paste it. Now your IP table is enabled. Moving to the next step, which is check the ports. These are the ports that need to be enabled. So what I did UFW status. Sorry, UFW status. Here you can see status is inactive. It means my firewall is disabled. I'll check on the other machine as well. UFW status. So see the both status which is inactive, so firewall is disabled. If you want to enable the firewall, so you need to enable these ports as well. So that's the reason I have disabled the firewall, so it will be easy for me to set up the cluster. So next is installing runtime. So click on this link that I have provided to run the Kubernetes in the container in pod. Kubernetes use the container runtime. Just click on this document. It will redirect to the installation part. You have to just go to here. If you are using Ubuntu, you have to follow these steps. If you are using RHEL 7 or CentOS, you have to follow these steps. So I'm just copy pasting. It's in progress. So next, as the GPG for Docker, I need to copy paste. It's running. Yeah, it's completed. Now I doing the next GPG add. I'm doing in another server as well. Yeah, it's okay. And here, okay. So move to the next. Add Docker apt repository. So just click here, type here. Now repository is added. Now install Docker CEE. Now it's installing. Why it is showing 0 upgrade, 0 newly installed? Because I did already on these machines, so that's the reason. If you are the first time you are installing it, so it will give you the one newly installed. So don't check this here, just follow the steps. So I need to set up the Docker daemon. and then create that under that system, and then reload. Daemon reload because I am creating the new daemon here, so I have to restart Docker. So we can check the status Docker. 1 second. Docker, sorry, systemctl Docker status Docker. Now it is active. I'll check on other server as well. Sorry. Yeah, it's running.